Welcome back to Gear Reviews with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura, and today I've got this. The LEKATO CUBE BABY electric guitar processor. I needed a simple tool to be able to record my guitar on my iPad, possibly do some streaming with, and as some of you know, I'm not great with computer interfaces. This little pedal gave me all the options I needed to be able to get some really good guitar tones, and it was simple to use. And for just 50 bucks, I think it's one of the best deals out there. The LEKATO CUBE BABY electric guitar processor. Let's take a look. So when I first started using this unit, I needed a clean tone. I wanted a clean tone with chorus and a distorted tone. I was demoing this guitar and I needed a simple rig that I could plug right into my iPad. So right out of the box, it only took me a few minutes to figure out how to use this. It comes with instructions. Do keep these handy because they explain to you what you're doing. So when you first get this unit and you turn it on, it's in preset mode. These are the tones that I came up with, and you'll have heard these in the video. That's my clean tone. That's my clean with chorus. And that's my crunch tone. And one thing I do love about this, it does respond to your volume knob on the crunch. So even though I've got a pretty light crunch setting, if I needed a little bit less, just roll back the volume a bit and it takes some of the hair off the crunch. Then crank it up. So for me, I love that it had some dynamic response built in. That was honestly, I'm already getting more than I'd hoped for. When you go from a unit that costs $400 and you're replacing it with a unit that costs $50 because that's what your budget is, there are no guarantees. And I've been happy with this right out of the gate. So like I said, it's got a rechargeable battery. It comes in the box, user manual. Keep this handy. I needed it to make sure I understood what I was doing. It comes with a couple of cables in there because the only input for charging and for your device is a USB-C. So if your device has an 1/8 inch or a USB jack, it has two conversion cables that'll convert those to USB-C, so you don't have to worry. You can plug right into this. Outside of charging, which I just use a USB-C cable for, this has Bluetooth built in. And again, it's an incredible practice tool. I'm going to demonstrate that in a minute. But for me, the most important thing was being able to simply get a tone. So on the fly rig units that I'd had, obviously you would just turn it on, adjust the knobs, and go. It's always in live mode. This, it took a second for me to get used to because you have to go into edit mode. To get in and edit your sound, just do a quick tap, A and B simultaneously. You can see what it looks like now. Quick tap, you'll see everything blink it. This means that you're in edit mode. So these three blinking lights, they tell you what they're doing. Right there. The red light and those red buttons, that's the amplifier you're going to pick. The blue light is your delay and modulation control. So first, you want to just focus on your amplifier. So you turn off these two buttons. That turns off your delay and modulation and your cab. So right now I'm just on the red lights, and I love how that corresponds. So right now I'm just working on the amplifier. And on the amp controls, you've got amp type, gain, and tone. Now tone is just simple tone control. All right? You don't have a 4-band EQ. I'll usually start at 12 o'clock, but this is where you need the manual for. I knew I needed a clean sound. If you go into the manual, first two options are clean. You've got your power zone clean and your US Gold clean. Now I need to add this in. You almost need to use the IR simultaneously, because when you pick a new amp cabinet, it changes the sound completely. The first clean bank is the power zone clean, and I've got the tone at 12 o'clock and the gain at 12 o'clock as well. So now, like I'd said, immediately, I don't love the sound of the clean. I need to add in the IR cab immediately and some reverb. So you engage the green button, you see those two lights, that means you've turned on the cabinet. I'm going to turn off the reverb for now. Okay, and when you turn off an effect, it disappears. So right now, I just have the amp and the cabinet. The list of cabinets. To me, it changes the tone drastically. So I'm going to play a chord and scroll through the cabinets. So in my case, I had to do it simultaneously. Pick my amplifier, US Gold 100, the VHT Deliverance cabinet. For some reason, of all the cabs that didn't add too much bass, add some reverb, and now I've got a sound I can work with. So now I want a little delay. I always like a little bit of delay. It's about 1 o'clock for me, just for what I'm doing. And then modulation. If you have the mod off and you see the light goes off, it's just delay. If you turn the mod to the left, counterclockwise, it's a chorus effect, and the further left you turn it, the more it warbles. That's too much for me. Right there, I don't like a lot of warble on my chorus. But if you wanted to do a phaser, then you go clockwise on the modulation tab. And now you got delay and phasers. So that mod button, when it's off, you just have delay on this bank. When you turn it to the right, you add a phaser. When you turn it to the left, you add chorus. Now that I've got a tone that I like, I've selected my amp, I've selected my IR cab. To get out of this mode and save your progress, pick one of those banks and just hold it down and save it. So if you wanted to assign it to bank C, you just hold down bank C and it will save that tone for you. So I'm going to turn the mod back off and give you a little flavor of the different amps. I like this cabinet. Again, I've got the IR cab at noon. That's the VHT cabinet. So here are the different amp models. Your first clean. Your second clean. And that's the one I tend to prefer. And then your first overdrive, which they call the two-stone choral overdrive. Nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. And I've got the gain at 12 o'clock for all of these. The next bank of overdrive. That's the Dr. 3B. That's called the Call JPA. That's called the Day Tripper Overdrive. I can't even say the word that's called because it's a curse word. You'll see in the book. That's the W.O. Stone Coral OD, and then this is the highest gain model, the Mr. Smith Distortion. So it's as easy as just picking which cabinet you like, and again, I keep the manual right by so I know which bank I'm going. So you've got essentially 2 cleans, 3 overdrives, and 4 distortions. So plenty of options, and again, in edit mode, I'll just kind of do a quick review. I'm sorry, I know I'm a little all over the place. When you get to edit mode, when all 3 of these are flashing, you're editing all of it. You're editing your amplifier, you're editing if you want modulation and delay, you're editing the cabinet type and the reverb. You turn these off, and you can do one at a time. So I pick my amplifier type, and then I pick my cabinet at the same time. Then I add back the delay. If you want just plain delay with no chorus or phaser, you turn the modulation to 12 o'clock. But if you want a little bit of chorus, you turn it left. And if you want a little bit of phaser, you turn it right. Once you found the sound you want, hold down the bank you want to keep it in. So green, blue, or red, hold it down. That will get you out of this mode. For me, I've got the presets that I like, so I'm just going to exit the mode by quick tapping A and B at the same time. That way, I'm not overwriting anything that I already like. Just quick tap these 2 buttons, and I'm back in preset mode. So hopefully that made sense to you. I'll see in the edit how this did. But the final part of this pedal, I was able to get 3 banks that I like, but this also makes a great practice tool because, like the little amp I demoed, this has Bluetooth built in. To use the Bluetooth on this one, same thing. Just activate Bluetooth on your phone or whatever your device is. To get this recognized, you hold down A and B. After you hold down A and B, that blue light will start blinking. That means this will become discoverable in a second. As soon as my phone sees it, I will pair with it, but you just, instead of a quick tap like you do to get to edit mode, you hold down A and B until you see the blue blinking light. Turn on Bluetooth, and then it discovers it. You can see it's got the Cube Baby. I select it. Now I'm connected. Now, this is what's very cool to me. Again, so I'm going to pull up my YouTube app. Once again, I've pulled up a blues backing track. This time I'm in G minor. I just hit play. So I control the volume from my phone for the Bluetooth, and I can jam along. I'm going to use my crunch track with the neck pickup. If I want a little more volume on the guitar, So anyway, for me, just needing a simple tool where I could get some good clean and distorted tones. I've got Bluetooth integrated, so now I think I could actually use this on a live stream. Just jamming along, playing. You've got multiple amp models. So you've got 9 preamps, you've got 8 cabinet options. You can go without a cabinet if you want to use this into your amp. But for me, for $50, I got something that I could use out of the box and have been using. Again, this isn't a sponsored video. This is my personal unit that I picked up. There will be a link in the description. I hope this was helpful. I know I'm a little bit all over the map, but for me, I was able to dial in. I was able to get the tones I liked, and now I have a tool that I can use it with backing tracks, again, when I need to be completely silent and practicing. I think Lekato made something great here. And I think if you're like me, you don't like using an interface, this is tiny. You can fit it in your gig bag. I actually brought, hold on. Sorry about that. I thought I had this over here. But this, it's not even 6.5 inches long. And it's about 2.25 inches in width, just under 6.5 inches. So 6.5 by 2.25. This fits in your case easily. And again, you don't need a power supply because it's a rechargeable battery. I'm using this. I really like it. If you're in a budget scenario like I was and $50 works for you, I think this is a really good option. Check it out. I think Lekato did a great job with this, and I'll be using it in all of my demos for now. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you everyone who's tuned in. If you haven't, please click like and subscribe. Share this out. And again, just a personal pedal that I picked up that I really enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you soon.